Blasted Biggs, where are you? Only one Kenobi here again. Only one. Speaking of that line, Blasted Biggs, it's changed, hasn't it? It used to be Blasted Wedge, where are you? But that's what I remember when I watched it as a kid. Then it changed to Biggs, which makes more sense. It changes to Biggs because Wedge is on his way to help him, and then he's like going, Blasted Wedge, where are you? And Wedge is trying his best to help him. As Biggs is like, where is Biggs actually? Biggs was like, he was covering Luke was covering Biggs's back, and then it's like if he disappears, Luke's got every right to say, Blasted Biggs, where are you? Because where are you, mate? Anyway, only one Kenobi here, only one. I want to talk to you about Rebel pilots now. Vintage collection potentials. MG Villain, please hold fire. I still haven't got around to doing the video I want to do for you. Hope you're watching. MG Villain, shout out to you, man. Yo, bro. So I'm going to be doing that soon. But I want to talk to you about Biggs Darklighter because purely going along the lines of what we've had in the Black series, Biggs Darklighter came out on the orange card. And anything that was released in the Black series after the Vintage collection is a hot contender to be on the Vintage card backs of 2018. And I'm going to show you the figures, maybe loose first. This is what came out. I'm going to be honest with you now. I was not impressed with this figure when it was released. I did not like it at all. It's alright, but there's a reason why I didn't like it. I've lost the helmet actually. I had a nightmare getting, even with the helmet on, I don't think it is as good as the 30th anniversary Biggs. I do have this one with the helmet on. It's just, I thought that the moustache was a bit too thin. This is what I thought was a better Biggs, and it was in the 30th anniversary of 2007. I just thought this looked a hell of a lot more screen accurate. I thought he looked so good, the head sculpt, I actually have it displayed with the helmet under his arm. At the minute I have all my figures in boxes anyway, I haven't got the space to display them, but anyway, there he is. That is Biggs. I think that was a better one. You might not agree with that, but I just thought that this guy, it was the Black series, I think they were also maybe not making them as, the quality had gone down a bit with the figures, I don't know. Anyway, so Biggs Darklighter, I think that he'd be a really good vintage card. Any pilot's good, anyone iconic like Biggs. And I thought that the brilliant card back they could use is this image of Biggs here from A New Hope. Now for me, I think that is the definitive stock photo of Biggs that they made for the movies. It's just one I remember seeing in books or whatever. You'd see that image of Biggs. That was like the main one. So like with Darth Maul here, just to give you a bit of a reference, some vintage card backs, they come with the sort of like the definitive publicity shot, and that was a really good one, and it was a good choice for a photo and image for Darth Maul. But we're talking about Biggs now. And then there's other images of Biggs as well. Just got this laptop again to sort of save having to edit the video. There's loads of good images they can have of Biggs. There was another one there of him. But as a pilot, I'd just love to see Biggs on a card back for some reason. Let's look at all the pilots we've had so far. I haven't had a chance to take them out of star cases, but we've had, of course, Luke on the X-Wing Luke. Great figure. And of course the Biggs one would add to the line of pilots if you're collecting card backs. Of course, Dak Ralter, that was good. That was a good choice. Get Dak on there. He's an interesting character. An unfortunate Dak, dying quite early. Not much of a role there, but anyway, whatever. Then we've got, of course, Dagobah Luke. Very rare figure. Very, very nice card back. Great figure as well, and expensive. Pilots, another pilot. Mon Calamari there. Interesting. And then, of course, Wedge Antilles. Now, speaking of figures and good figures, this is a great figure with the helmet on. He looks just like Wedge in the movies with the helmet on. Helmet off, not so good. So you can obviously, you've got the choice with pilots, haven't you? If they look rubbish, if they've got a rubbish head sculpt, put the helmet on. If they're good, take it off. But you don't really see Wedge without a helmet on, do you? But whereas you do see Biggs without a helmet. So let's have another look again. This was the Black Series 1, that they could either recard that, or they could maybe even think about doing something about the head sculpt, because I thought this 30th anniversary one was better. I'm just going to say one more final thing about pilots now. When I watched Rogue One, isn't it funny, that new pilot they had, the blonde guy, he was like a blonde Biggs, wasn't he? I liked him, and I loved the fact that all that new line of pilots were with Blue Squadron. It was brilliant. It was like, something familiar, but something new. They were just the same as the orange, well, the red group, whatever, these guys, with that overall, but just something new. And for some reason, when I was watching Rogue One in the cinema, I thought, wow, I'd just love to see him on a vintage card. That scene when he's like smiling, he's blowing everyone up. I quite like him. I've forgotten his name actually, sorry about that. So if anyone can remind me of the name of the pilot, in Rogue One. Unfortunately, he dies as well. A lot of people do die in Rogue One. But anyway, that's what happens in war, Luke. That's why we fight for peace. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.